everybody? It's JT Sports back to you guys with another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Arizona Cardinals 2019 record predictions. Going to be going through week by week the Arizona Cardinals 2019 schedule. So I'm going to be honest, right? So a lot of people, I actually like the Cliff Kingsbury hiring because it's unique. And I think he's going to have a Chip Kelly-like feel. And hopefully if he learns from the mistakes of Chip Kelly was very successful in the NFL for his first 2 years. But the thing that killed Chip Kelly was that his inability to adapt. And, years after years, every offseason defensive coordinators, they're getting smarter, they game plan, they're watching film, and they're learning how to stop different things. And that's why Chip Kelly failed as an NFL coach. He never adapted. But Cliff Kingsbury, he can be successful. Air raid offense is already implemented in most offenses now. It's different variants of it now. So he should be successful if he's able to adapt and have some pro style concepts in it. Now, I don't think he's going to have a Chip Kelly like first season. People forget that Chip Kelly and was inheriting a top 15 roster. He had Deshaun Jackson, who was a top 10 wide receiver, LaShawn McCoy, who was one of the best running backs in the NFL, a solid offensive line, and the defense was, and it was average. So Cliff Kingsbury is inheriting a not so good roster, and you're not going to win a lot of games with a bunch of old guys, a bunch of average or below average starters, and a lot of rookies. That's just not going to happen. So take that into account when you think about my predictions. Now, week one, they played the Detroit Lions at home. And they only play about 2 games on the road the first few weeks. So the Detroit Lions, very improved. Tease Tabor, you got Justin Coleman, you got Darius Slay. Very solid cornerback tandem there. Tease Tabor should be more improved. Also had Trey Flowers there. So the Detroit Lions are really improved on both sides of the ball. Arizona Cardinals, Cliff Kingsbury, I don't think they stand a chance week one against the Detroit Lions. I just think the Detroit Lions are just too much, and they're just way better on the offense and defense side of the ball. But on the offense side of the ball, I just can't see the Arizona Cardinals stopping them. I think it's going to be a lopsided victory. Think the Arizona Cardinals lose 31-17. Week two, they play the Baltimore Ravens. Now, this game is going to be a lot more close because the Baltimore Ravens are not a heavy passing team, but they're very good on defense. They lost CJ Mosley. They lost a couple of guys, but they have a lot of depth on that defense side of the ball. And they have a very good secondary led by Marlon Humphrey, who is one of the best cornerbacks, in my opinion, in the NFL. And Lamar Jackson, he's not going to destroy anybody through the air, but he should be a little bit improved. So he will be formidable. Plus, you got that three-headed attack. You got Ingram, you got Edwards, and I think the Arizona Cardinals lose this game too. I just can't see them, scoring a lot of points on this Baltimore Ravens defense. Very, very good defense. Even with the losses they had, that secondary is very, very good. Week three, they play the Carolina Panthers. Now, I had a hard time deciding who I would choose to win this game because the Carolina Panthers secondary is only Dante Jackson and Eric Reed. It's pretty much the Arizona Cardinals can pretty much should be able to have a pretty solid game through the air. And then, the Carolina Panthers are going to have Cam Newton, and stuff like that. They're going to be able to run the ball. So I'm going to go with the Carolina Panthers. Arizona drops 3 straight to start the season. I just can't see the Carolina Panthers losing to Arizona. I think it's going to be a highly contested game. Think the Arizona Cardinals lose 20-28. I just can't see Carolina losing to the Arizona Cardinals. I just think that their offense is going to be able to have a pretty solid day running the ball and passing on his defense without Patrick Peterson. You're basically throwing rookie Byron Murphy into the fire. I just can't see it. Week 4, they play the Seattle Seahawks at home, having losing that game as well. I just don't think the Arizona Cardinals, I think they put up some points now. I think it'll be a high scoring game. I have them losing to the Seattle Seahawks 30 27-34. Think they get some things done through the air and stuff like that. Kyler Murray has some spectacular plays, but overall, the Seattle Seahawks are just a way better team than the Arizona Cardinals, night and day. They have some wide receiver issues as well when it comes to who's going to be the number one, number two guy, but not as bad as the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, they got Larry Fitzgerald and Christian Kirk, the Arizona Cardinals, but it's just too many young pieces. Seattle, they got Russell Wilson as well, and their offensive line is pretty solid, and their defense is pretty solid too. So I'm gonna give Seattle the win here. Week 5, they play the Cincinnati Bengals. This is a toss-up game. Both of these teams, have a lot of questions going in. I'm going to go ahead and go to Cincinnati Bengals. Their front seven, well, their defensive line is very, very good. Carlos Dunlap, Geno Atkins, very, very good. Their secondary was graded out by Pro Football Focus as the top 10 best. So they were top 10 by Pro Football Focus. I just can't see that secondary falling off a lot. I think that secondary is going to have a pretty solid game. I think overall it's going to be a pretty solid game to watch. Arizona will probably lose 20-17. Week 6 have them playing the Atlanta Falcons. They're back at home. Um, I have them losing this game as well, man. I mean, the Arizona Cardinals. They just have a lot of young pieces and a lot of old veteran guys, and they just don't have that mix. It's a lot of unproven players. A lot of old players past their prime, so I just can't see them beating the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons are a way better football team, way better up front. They should handle the Arizona Cardinals on the defense side of the ball. You're going to have Deion Jones back. You're going to have Keon O'Neal back. Think the Arizona Cardinals are just going to be too much for the Atlanta Falcons are going to be too much for the Arizona Cardinals. I just think they are way, way better, and we're going to see that on the field. I think Arizona puts up a fight since they are the NFL team. We don't see a lot of blowouts. Atlanta's going to win 27-17. Week 7, they play the New York Giants. I'm not under the impression like everybody else is, thinking that the New York Giants are going to be flat out terrible. This is a very new football team. They're now going to be running amok through the trenches. Saquon's going to be a guy you're going to want him to get 30 touches a game, 30 carries or 25 carries at least. So he's going to be the workhorse. They do have Golden Tate on the outside, Sterling Shepard. Then they got Evan Ingram. And their defense, yeah, they lost Olivier Vernon and Snacks Harrison is gone and Landon Collins, but they got Jabril Peppers. They got DeAndre Baker, who hasn't allowed a touchdown in college football in 2 years. And then you have Janoris Jenkins, who had a very, very disappointing season, but he should be able to bounce back. Think this game is going to be a lot closer than the games the Arizona Cardinals have been in so far, but I had the New York Giants winning it 20-21. Week 8, they play the New Orleans Saints. We already know what's going to happen there. The New Orleans Saints, they're just going to go crazy on this Arizona Cardinals team. They're going to have Patrick Peterson back, but the Arizona Cardinals are going to get shredded by the New Orleans Saints offense. Their defense doesn't stand a chance. I think their defense keeps them in the game for the first 2 quarters, but I think Arizona's offense is going to do a little bit of something. I think it'll be pretty high scoring because we know how the New Orleans Saints defense, when it comes to the secondary, they tend to like getting in the shootouts, and I think this game is going to be one of those games that turns into a shootout. So I'll take the New Orleans Saints 38-31. Week 9, they play the San Francisco 49ers at home. I'm going to take the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers up front is just scary, and the Arizona Cardinals offensive line, I just don't know. Now, I know in the air raid offense, they want to get the ball out quick, but it's going to be some times when the routes are going to have to develop. Nick Bosa, you're going to have DeForest Buckner, Solomon Thomas, then you got D Ford on the other edge. I mean, it's just going to be too much for this Arizona Cardinals off the line, which isn't really that much improved besides a couple of additions. Week 10, a game that the Arizona Cardinals actually might have a chance to win, that they're pretty much evenly matched. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, both of these teams' defenses are basically Arizona's defense is a little bit better. The Arizona Cardinals, defense, they're pretty much evenly matched, I think, in my opinion. But I think I'm gonna give Arizona Cardinals the slight edge when it comes to the terms of their defense. And overall, this is going to be a very entertaining game. Bruce Arians is a very good offensive-minded coach. You're going to have Jameis Winston. You're going to have Cliff Kingsbury. So we're going to see a lot of points scored. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw this game hit the 40s, but I'm gonna be realistic. I'll take the Arizona Cardinals 35-31. Week 11, they play the San Francisco 49ers again on the road. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go and take the San Francisco 49ers again. I think they just go ahead and they mop the floor with the Arizona Cardinals. They're just a way better team up front. Football is still a game of the trenches. They're just better on the offensive and defensive side of the ball of the Arizona Cardinals than the Arizona Cardinals on both sides. I just think Kyler Murray, he can't run from Nick Bosa all game and stuff like that. It's just too many pass rushers and good interior linemen for the San Francisco 49ers for the Arizona Cardinals to handle. Week 13, they play the LA Rams. I'm going to give them a loss here, too. The LA Rams, they're just a way better football team, and they're playing them late in the season. They're just a way better football team. Week 14 against the Pittsburgh Steelers, I could see the Pittsburgh Steelers losing this game. As a Steelers fan, we always underplay to opponents that we're supposed to beat. I still would never forget that overtime loss against the Chicago Bears when we let, I believe it was Jordan Howard who got that overtime touchdown against Mike Mitchell, who sucks. But I'm gonna go ahead and say the Steelers are going to win because it's very tough to beat us at home. And although we lose to teams we're not supposed to lose to, we normally lose to those kind of teams on the road. So I don't see us losing to the Arizona Cardinals at home. I think it'll be a close game for the most part, but I just can't see us losing. Week 15, Cleveland Browns at home, their last home game of the season. I don't see them losing. I don't see the Cleveland Browns lose to the Arizona Cardinals. They're just way too talented of a football team to lose to the Arizona Cardinals. They'll drop another game there. Week 16, they go on the road to play the Seattle Seahawks. I don't see them winning that game neither. The Seattle Seahawks are just a way better football team. I mean, I'm not saying I know it sounds tough that they only have one win, but come on, guys. They either have old guys who are out of their prime or they either have young rookies. You just can't trust that. That's just not how you build an NFL team, man. It's just too many unproven guys and then too many old guys, we need some balance. The Arizona Cardinals don't have that. I mean, what more do you want me to say, man? I don't know, man. Just too young. Too young. Week 17, they play the LA Rams. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give them a win. The LA Rams, they're probably going to be benching their starters. They're already going to have their playoff spot secured. Even if they are going for home for the advantage, they will probably pretty much bench their starters. So the Arizona Cardinals should be able to get their second win of the season. So overall record for the Arizona Cardinals that I have them, my prediction is 2-14. And my overall summary is like, look, young team, a lot of young guys. You got a couple of veterans, but overall, you either have a young team or you got players that like Terrell Suggs are basically going to retire after this season or the next. Just too many factors. The offensive line is a big question as well. Yeah, they picked up Marcus Gilbert from Pittsburgh, but he doesn't stay healthy at all. He hasn't even started in 16 games since 2008. It's just too many things, man. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more NFL videos and content. And thanks for watching.